Here we have the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So here we have the 5-minute time frame. Each candle on this chart represents a 5-minute trading period. I will be moving out a bit on this chart, zooming out a bit on this price chart. But first, I wanted to sort of emphasize the recent activity that has started to occur here, because what I really want people to understand is that making these types of projections on short-term timeframes can be incredibly difficult. It's much easier to make projections based on longer term timeframes because there's a much more significant level of momentum that tends to be found on, for example, a weekly chart or a monthly chart. When we're drilling down to these 5-minute timeframes, making 100% accurate projections starts to become incredibly difficult. But if we follow some well-established rules and pay attention to the price charts themselves, and do a little bit of chart work here, we can come extremely close to achieving that 100% accuracy level, and this is what really allows us to make profitable trading positioning stances for these types of price movements. So in the prior video, I did emphasize the fact that we were coming into a very major level of resistance on the shorter term timeframes. I did extend out this trend line here a bit. This price movement hadn't exactly occurred at that point. I should have moved this back here to sort of just show where we were at the prior video, what we were actually looking at. So this is what the chart would have looked like. I mean, I did just extend this line a bit here, but this price movement here to the top side had not yet occurred. So we had not yet seen this price failure here from roughly $4.70 to $4.80. So this might seem like a very small price movement, but in percentage terms, it's not a small price movement. This is a $5 stock. We're seeing price changes here of almost a full dollar in a very short period of time. So these are very significant price movements. And, it should be clear at this point that these technical analysis strategies do have an extremely high level of accuracy. Of course, nothing is 100%. And we actually did miss the top here by 5 cents. But 5 cents. I mean, this is an incredibly small difference. When we're looking at the broader price trend here. We can see that share prices did manage to slightly break above this 565 area. We did actually see prices touch the 570 mark, but the resulting trend wave lower has been quite substantial, and we have broken through prior levels of support in the process. So anybody that was not paying attention to that prior analysis piece, that prior video, or maybe wrote it off as simply drawing lines on a chart. I think I saw a comment like that. Somebody said something like, "This guy thinks he can just draw some lines on a chart, and he thinks that this means something." Well, I mean, this should make it clear that these quote unquote lines on a chart do mean something, because they're not simply lines on a chart. I mean, we're not children with a box of crayons and a coloring book. These trend lines here represent price behavior and market participant behavior. So what is really being said here with this trend line, with this line that's drawn on the chart, as people are saying, what this tells us is that sellers are starting to enter into the market at this point. Technical analysis can give us some very important signals that we would not be able to see otherwise. If we were to simply look at an earnings report or something like that, that's not going to tell us where prices are heading on a 5-minute price chart. We have to actually look at these trading signals and see how they're developing in real time and over the short term period of time. So we can call this, for example, right here, simply a line drawn on a chart, but it's more than that, because what this tells us is that on several occasions, we can sort of zoom in here a bit. What this line tells us is that on several occasions, market bulls, people that are buying this stock, have attempted to overcome this 565 level, and they've had an incredible amount of difficulty in doing so. We've seen several instances where some of those buyers have simply given up, closed their positions, and we've seen other instances where short sellers have started to emerge into the market. This was all pointed out in the prior video. I'm not a fortune teller. All I'm doing is looking at the price chart here and seeing that this is an area that has been tested now on several occasions. So this line here, the fact that, it's a white line that has no significance whatsoever. What has significance is what this line tells us. It tells us that the market is having an incredible amount of difficulty overcoming this level, and that there's something in that price valuation that is discouraging investors from buying the stock at that point. So if you start to see this level fail on multiple occasions, it stands to reason that eventually some of those buyers are going to give up and they're going to start to close their position. And then in addition to that, people that are on the short side of this market are going to start to see an opportunity. I've referred to this as blood in the water. These people, these short sellers, they're almost like sharks looking for blood in the water. And here, if, for example, would be an instance where there are many people that are buying the stock at these upper levels, and those people are now in a dangerous position. So there's your blood in the water. There's the opportunity if you're on the short side of this market. So I'm not necessarily saying that I'm bearish on the stock forever. I'm not saying that the stock is going to travel lower forever. Some people have also said that the stock is going to $1. I think that's unlikely. I don't expect to see something like that. But we do have to understand that there is a lot of power in this line drawing on the chart, because what this really does represent here is market behavior, and all relevant information is already contained in share prices themselves. There's no information that you're going to find about a stock, in an earnings report or in a tweet or in a Reddit post or something like that. There's no secret piece of information that you are going to uncover yourself that the market doesn't already know. The market already knows everything you know, and the market has already priced that information into these price charts. So if we're starting to see instances here on several occasions where share prices are having a tremendous amount of difficulty overcoming a certain price level, you need to pay attention to those signals. Okay, because this is how market activity develops. This is how successful trading strategies are developed, and this is how we can position for potential declines before they occur. So, as I've said in prior videos, this break of this 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level is significant. It does suggest that we could be starting to see a bit of a top here. And now that we've seen this roughly 565, 570 level tested on multiple occasions, this is now going to become an area of what would be considered to be at least a level of triple top resistance. That doesn't mean that it can't be broken to the top side. It just means that it's going to be more difficult now to break it to the top side. So here's the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.